You're good.
How do you find that standard of work? Like what's acceptable and what's not? What in your mind? I thought about
Um,
this before actually, and I wanted to make sure I asked you.
some that standard is simply repetition. It's um I remember one time I was singing just a small part in a song over and over and over again, and the song really meant a lot to me. I was nailing the pitches and tempo and everything over and over and over, and then I was like, well, why aren't I keeping these? And at one point, I just accepted the fact it's not out of my system yet. If I have to sing it over and over and over, as powerful as I can, even if the previous takes were more powerful, if I sound like exasperated on this last take, that's where it's meant to be. There are a couple songs in the last Spring Tank album, not the EP that you produced, but the one before that. There was a song that I was singing on, and I'm like, okay, I got to power through this, and I kept like choking up because I was like kind of crying, because it was just this huge wave of emotion hitting me, and I'm like, you know what? I can either do this perfect or I can do it authentic. There's a
Okay,
big
yeah,
difference.
it's a good
And
point.
then so the last take I did, I was like I was like bawling in it, and I kept it because I could either do it like that or I could do it perfect. Ooh, you know. Um and I like things that aren't perfect because I can't relate to perfect. And I think that's kind of what it boils down to is just that's my standard. Just whatever's authentic. Whatever
Okay,
whatever gets the job
sure.
done in your heart and mind,
Yeah,
it and if it sounds funky, like Johnny Cash couldn't really hold a note, that's his signature, is that kind of wavering thing in his voice, and you're like,
yeah,
man, that's so good. Because if he sang perfect and on point, it would just be like another dude.
yeah.
So I think
We
that's my
talk about
standard.
this in the academy quite a bit, which
So
is with the advent of like tune and stuff, Metatune and these vocal tuning tools. There's no more
mm-hmm.
blue notes and there's no more like
Right.
bending up to a note. And so what happened to me was, indulge me for a moment, when I had that conversation, I was writing the song and tracking what in my mind was going to be scratch tracks. And I was sort of assembling and arranging the song. And I'm doing this dark wave industrial stuff that I'm writing, which my voice actually does complement that form of music because I kind of sound
Mm-hmm.
like I have this like weird David Gaughan thing. I don't know if it's what I grew up on Depeche Mode, but
Mm-hmm.
it's in my range. And I'm a baritone naturally. I
Taught you
got
the
pushed
bass
into
line of
tenor, but
where
I
to.
have a baritone
Yep.
voice, and so I you got
Yep.
to work with your strengths, right? But because I hadn't sang leads consistently for such a long time, is I kept noticing that I was getting stronger and stronger. And then I also was getting more and more picky with my pitch. So I kept going back to it, trying to fix all these blue notes that I thought, oh, I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. So I went back a couple times and kept fixing parts because I didn't know what the standard was because I haven't been doing it that long like you have. You kind of like you said, you sort of know what your standard is and you're shooting for something. Well, I didn't know what I was really shooting for because it's like
Mm-hmm.
new to me, right? So I had to
Yeah.
find a standard, and then I decided, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Now I'm not going for perfection either by any means, but I don't want there to
Mm-hmm.
be like blue notes in there that are going to take you out of the song. So
I understand.
as I was
Yeah.
getting stronger, I was also getting better in my ear. My ear for pitch was getting better as well. So I
I've
thought,
noticed
okay,
that.
well, let's see
Yeah.
how far we can take this. Let's see how far I can go with it. Let's just see how good I can get it as far as pitch wise.
Mm-hmm.
Right.